Alrighty, everybody, what is going on? How's everyone doing? What's up, and welcome to the stream. The first of two gameplay streams for today. How is everyone? Today is Sunday, the 8th of December, 2019. And I welcome you all wholeheartedly. What's up? Hopefully you had a good weekend so far and you're ready for some fun gameplay here on the stream today. Got some good variety today for sure with what we'll be doing here on the streams. And, you know, I'm excited for the lineup for the week, the good variety of stuff we're doing this week as well. It's a cooler day here in Washington today. We've got some clouds, and so hopefully that means that I won't be, like, you know, overheated or anything today. I guess we'll see. Should be a good time. All right, so I guess we could talk a little bit. We got some updates, and we got some good stuff going on, shall we? So first of all, I would like to direct all of your attention to the top of the screen. As you can see at the top of my stream here, we've got the stream stats leaderboard in effect as usual. And I've updated it finally to reflect the sub goal for the month. I know the month has already been here for a week, and I kind of held off on updating this because I wanted to be sure that we weren't going to see a ginormous dip in the amount of subscriptions that we had here on the channel. And the truth is we did have a dip, but then we kind of surged back up, so it was kind of like going up, down, up, down. At this point, I'm hoping it's going to be more consistent. I don't know if it's going to, but at this point, I can't wait any longer. We're already a full week into the month. You know, how long am I going to wait to set up a sub goal, right? So the sub goal is, in effect, it is 700 subscriptions. All right, 700 subscriptions. We're currently at 671. So that is not a lot more from what we're already at. It's pretty realistic that we will reach that, considering the fact that, number one, it's the holidays. People will probably be in a festive giving mood. Number two, because right now you can get all kinds of fun holiday-themed emotes for subbing. Number three, because people have been holding off to sub until the sub goal hit. People have actually told me I'm going to hold off on subbing this month until there's a sub goal so we can count towards it. Okay? So I'm hoping that we can hit this sub goal. If we do hit the sub goal, what is the reward for this month? It is the return of the Viewer's Choice Playthrough event. Okay, this is an event where you, the viewers, will nominate and vote on games, and whatever game ends up winning this you know, nominations and voting process will be a full game playthrough that I'm going to do. Okay, it's guaranteed to be a full game playthrough. That's what's the cool thing about this event, is that it's not just like, oh, this is for a marathon, so this is a one-off thing. This is a full-on game. Okay, that I'll be playing, probably, I would say, over the course of January. We'll probably start up in January, considering it's going to take a while to get the nominations and the voting and everything going, okay? So, I'm certainly excited. I'm certainly hoping that we can hit said goal, and that this will be a fun event, all right? So, if you've been holding off on subscribing, if you've been waiting for this sub goal to go into effect, it is now in effect, obviously. Now is the time to subscribe to the channel, okay? Let's see if we can make this happen. So the way it works, I have to hit 700 concurrent subs, meaning at the same time, 700 subs by the end of the month. All right? By the way, if we do hit this, this will be one of the few times I've ever had that many subs. Previously, I've had, you know, upwards of a ton of subs, but they were all gifted subs last year, if you guys remember. The very generous Emerald 7 a year ago came in here in the month of December and gifted a ridiculous amount of subscriptions and got stuff, you know, pretty amazing. The amount of support that he lent to the channel. You know, but then, of course, all those expired. There was no way we were going to have thousands and thousands. There was like an extra 1,000 subs. There was no way those people were going to renew their subs, you know. But, let's see how things go, okay? Hopefully you guys will consider subbing. You know, there's many benefits to subscribing to the channel, including not only getting access to the emotes, as I've mentioned, but also you don't have to watch ads when I run them, and you get a cool chat crown badge to show how long of a supporter you've been on the channel. So if you're a frequenter, it's kind of a no-brainer. You should probably subscribe, okay? All right, so that's the deal with that, everybody. We got that out of the way now. The other thing is, later today, I'm going to be setting up the poll by which you guys will be voting on the games that I'll be playing during the holiday marathon, all right? That's going to be later today. I'll take all your nominations. I'll tally them up I'll turn them into a listing of, okay, here are the games that are most nominated, and turn that into a voting poll that you guys can vote on. All right. I'm definitely going to be playing fighting games like Throwback Street Fighter during the Christmas event, but outside of that, everything else is pretty much open. So we're going to see what you guys have nominated, and hopefully it'll be a fun event with a good variety of games. Okay? Good stuff coming up. So that's later today. All right, I'm trying to think, is there anything else that I want to cover before we get into the schedule? Probably not. All right, guys, so now let's talk about the schedule a little bit. Let's talk about what you guys can expect, for the rest of the week coming up here, because there's a good variety of stuff coming. Today, it's the return of Shenmue III. That is right, the ongoing Shenmue III playthrough. I'm only about 8 hours in. I'm still in the initial village area, right? I still haven't even gotten out of the starting area yet. Although, quite frankly, for those who have played previous Shenmue games, you're probably not surprised. You remember how much this game has you go in circles in certain areas, talking to certain people, getting information about events, upgrading your character, etc., before you move on. So I'm not surprised. Now, last time, I ended my stream with a pretty epic session trying to defeat all of the monks at the dojo, and in fact, I did defeat all the monks at the dojo. It definitely took some doing, but I did defeat them all, and it was quite fun, although it was quite challenging, and I found out there's a shortcut mechanic where you can actually map special moves to your trigger button, so you don't have to keep doing the button inputs for special moves, which in my opinion is kind of ridiculous. I didn't know that, and I was like, damn, when I finally found out about it, I was like, wow, that makes the game, like, way easier now. You don't have to do any of these inputs at all. Okay? So pretty crazy. That's in the game, and I didn't know about it until, thankfully you guys helped me. You were like, nah, Phil, you should do this. It's going to make the game way easier. And boom, immediately it was, like, super easy, okay? So, today we continue on, all right? What are we doing? Well, we're going to go meet the old master. I think they call him the Grand Master or something like that, who might know something about what happened to your father when he was previously at this village. You found photo evidence that he used to hang out at this village that you're in right now, and that apparently a man who's apparently the father of Lon D, the man who murdered your father, was murdered by your father. So this is very confusing. So apparently your father was friends with a guy, he murdered the guy, now his son came back for revenge, and that was Lon D. Now, it's the third game in the series, you didn't even know that. So obviously they're making this up as they go along. It's pretty obvious that wasn't pre-written. They just made that shit up for this game. So anyway, we're finding out different things about the plot. There is good plot development. I am liking the game. I hope you guys are enjoying the playthrough as well. Today should be fun. Today should be another fun session of hopefully plot development and good stuff going on. So thank you guys for joining me for a 4-hour session of Shenmue III. Usually pretty chill. All right, it's pretty much a very chill game. In that regard, except for the combat segments, which could be pretty frustrating. But outside of that, pretty chill. Now that I've button mapped my combat, maybe it'll be a lot easier. I guess we'll find out. Later tonight, I'm continuing on with the Disney Classics collection that I bought during Black Friday week. And we're going to be checking out tonight The Lion King. This is the game that I actually owned back in the 1990s, some 25 years ago. Okay? 25 years ago. I loved The Lion King. It was my favorite animated movie of all time. It's still my favorite animated movie of all time, by the way. That never changed. And I played the living shit out of this game. Like, I really did. Like, it's a very difficult game, but I played it so much that I pretty much mastered the game. And I could beat it all. I could do like a speed run of it, honestly. Now, the thing is, that was 25 years ago. I doubt I'm going to even remember half the stuff about the game now when I go to play it. So it's going to be pretty interesting tonight on the late stream to see how I actually do. Will I actually remember anything? Or will I just be flubbing it the whole time, right? I guess we'll find out. It should be an entertaining stream, to say the least. So I hope you guys will join me tonight for the premiere and probably the whole playthrough of The Lion King. These games are pretty short. They only take about 2 hours to beat, roughly. Although they were so difficult back in the day, that's why they were worth the full purchase price. You'd be playing it over and over and over trying to beat it. Now this game has rewind features and save files and everything, so it's more modernized. So, so we'll see how that goes tonight. All right, at 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. Tomorrow, my last consecutive streaming day of 6 straight days of streaming, will be the continuation of my Pokemon Sword playthrough, which has been very entertaining. One of the most fun streams that I've done in the last 2-3 months, quite frankly. I've been telling you guys I really like those streams. I have so much fun with them because we interact. You guys help me out with the Pokemon types and help me out telling me how to catch Pokemon and stuff, and it's just really neat and fun. I also love the interaction that we have during those streams. So more Pokemon tomorrow. And then tomorrow night, Monday night, is my weekly Minecraft chill stream. All right. I think we're going to be starting up work building a statue during that stream for the request of the previous top contributor last week. Okay. So good stuff tomorrow. Good chill day tomorrow. Good variety of content. I hope you guys will join me for that. Tuesday's my day off from streaming. All right. But I will return on Wednesday, continuing on with all the current playthroughs that I'm doing. So we're going to be doing Medieval. And then Wednesday night's going to be the return of PUBG. I played PUBG last week. You guys seem to like it, so I'm going to put it into the rotation for the foreseeable future. And hopefully you guys continue to like it. So more PUBG Wednesday night, okay? Thursday, continuing on with Shenmue. And on Thursday night, I'm probably going to do more retro classics. I did some Genesis Mini stuff a couple weeks ago. You guys seem to like it. So either I'll do more Genesis Mini or maybe we'll do more SNES games on the Switch. In particular, a lot of people have expressed the desire to see me continue on with my Super Mario Kart playthrough that I was doing. So maybe I'll do that. We'll see. Okay. Friday, more Pokemon. Okay. Pair that with my weekly Street Fighter throwback stream. So that'll be fun. And then Saturday, of course, we'll probably swing back to Medieval. For what I understand, Medieval isn't a super long game, so maybe I'll wrap up Medieval by, say, this weekend. And, we're going to keep pairing that with chill stuff. Now, the other thing is, excuse me. The other thing is, that once I start beating some of the major playthroughs I'm doing, whether it's Medieval or Pokemon or Shenmue, I don't know which one I'll get to the end of first, I'm considering starting up 2 other projects. The first would be Need for Speed Heat, if it's not a full $60. I don't know if it is or not, because I don't want to pay $60 for a racing game like that, quite frankly. They really ripped me off 2 years ago at Need for Speed Payback. They really did. So it's kind of like, if I'm going to play another Need for Speed game, I'd like to, but I don't want to pay full price. I'm hoping that it'll be on sale by then, all right? And you guys have expressed the desire to see me play a racing game recently, so I was like, man, that would be pretty cool if I did Need for Speed Heat, so we'll see. The other game is a game that I played during a summer marathon, and you guys were like, wow, we'd probably like to see this as a full playthrough. Ninja Gaiden Black, okay? A game that very much is incredibly difficult and kind of in the spirit of what Dark Souls ended up becoming when you really think about it. It has a lot of similarities to Dark Souls, like a really bad fucking camera, and instant death, being taking an insane amount of damage from enemies. A lot of things. Now, I played it for about 2 hours during the Rageathon this summer, and you guys really seemed to like it and said, will you ever do a full playthrough? I was like, I probably will in the future, but of course, at that point, we were heading into the busy gaming season. Now might be a time to return back to it, okay? So, Ninja Gaiden Black. Among other things, I have other ideas for playthroughs I can do as well, but I want to those are the next 2 things that are kind of on my agenda. But there's other games that I've also thought about playing, like Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz Remastered. I've never played a Super Monkey Ball game at all, and people thought it would be, hilarious to see me play one. So I thought maybe that would be an interesting idea that I could do at some point. I got a lot of ideas, so we'll see. We'll see how the month treats us and everything. Keep in mind, the Christmas event that's happening the weekend before Christmas, near the end of the month. So there's good stuff coming up. Okay, good stuff. Is the hardcore gaming season over? I mean, pretty much, stupid dude. The games that I'm playing now are like the final new releases of the year. We're not going to see many, if any, more major new releases at all. So I wouldn't worry too much about, oh my God, there's more games. Phil's so inundated with new games. How's he going to catch up with all of that? That's pretty much over with at this point. So, okay. So there you go, guys. That's the rough schedule. That's what's coming up. I hope you guys think that sounds good. And I'm excited for the streams and everything coming up. So thanks for your support. Speaking of which, I think it is now time for us to head into the second segment of the stream. This is the segment, of course, where everyone awaits with, heated anticipation every day. The gratuitous plugs, ladies and gentlemen. Please bear with me. Understand that even though this is my hobby and I absolutely love doing it, it is also my job. So I need to do a little bit of advertisement, okay? So, ladies and gents, I have been a content creator for 11 years. Back in 2008 is when I started doing regular gameplay videos for YouTube. What a different time it was 11 years ago, okay? There's certainly been highs and lows over the years. Today, I am a full-time streamer. I'm here 6 days a week full-time, live streaming for you, okay? Having a ton of fun, showing you gameplay of whether it's a new release or a classic or whatever it may be. We have a great time on the streams, and I'm really appreciative that you guys come by and you hang out with me every single day. I also still upload all of my gameplay videos over to my YouTube channel, DSPGaming. It's more of a legacy thing. I don't really care actively about the channel that much. It's really just an archive of my content, of my streams, due to the fact that I became a full-time streamer about 3 years ago, when YouTube pretty much just fell apart at the seams when it came to a business model and screwed everything up and made it impossible for a gamer like me to make a living on YouTube anymore, okay? So, I hope you like all the stuff that I put out. If you do, I would ask that please consider contributing, because in this modern era of, what I do, I primarily rely on crowdfunding to make ends meet. It's not like it used to be back in the day where I used to put out a ton of videos on YouTube and I get a ton of views and I make a ton of ad revenue. It's pretty much quite the opposite now. Like I said, YouTube is the afterthought. YouTube is just an archive of my content, while it's really Twitch is my main focus and the live streams are my main focus, okay? So, if you love the fact that I am here 6 days a week full-time putting out content for you, if you like the fact that I still meticulously upload the videos to YouTube despite the fact that I get pretty much nothing out of it, outside of maybe a couple bucks here or there ad revenue, and you like all this stuff, you want to keep it going, please consider contributing one of the following methods that I'm about to describe, okay? And please understand something up front, all right? All contributions are greatly appreciated. Everything helps, but no contributions are mandatory, and I just want you guys to understand that, okay? It's not expected that just because you come by a stream that you're going to contribute in any way, shape, or form. I consider myself incredibly lucky that after 11 years of being a content creator here on the internet, that anyone cares about me, that anyone still wants to come hang out with me, all right? I'm incredibly grateful that I have the hardcore fan base that I do that comes by and hangs out with me and watches everything I do daily, and I love this. It's my hobby. It's also my job. How many people get to say they do that, right? Not many people get to say their hobby and their job is the same thing. I'm lucky. I'm the lucky one, all right? So, no, you're not obligated nor expected to contribute anything, but if you do, thank you very much for going above and beyond. Allow me now to describe some of the ways that you can contribute for those who want to help out with cost of games, cost of internet, electricity, the bills, etc. Especially this time of year, near the end of the year, becomes a very expensive time for me because I got to pay a tax attorney to do my taxes, and I got to pay taxes, etc. So anything helps. Here's how you can contribute. All right. First, you can check out my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil, and thank you to anyone who does give it a look and contribute. When you contribute to my Patreon, you earn personal perks as a way of saying thank you for those contributions. So give it a look, and I'm not going to go into detail about it because everything's publicly listed right over there. Patreon.com/darksidephil. Okay. I have a Teespring store where I sell all kinds of fun merchandise, t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, stickers, mugs, etc. And it's good quality stuff that I can attest to because I own a bunch of it. Over the years, I've bought a bunch of it and worn it on stream, and it's never worn out. It's great quality stuff. That being said, we're right before the holidays. So guess what? If you are planning on getting something from my Teespring shop, the sooner the better. All right? Just being matter of fact here. The sooner you do it, the better. If you hold out till the last minute, maybe you might not get it in time for Christmas. That would not be cool. Obviously, I want you to get your stuff before Christmas. So consider getting something sooner rather than later. If you are, you can check this out at teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. All right. Now, if you're here live on the stream and you're thinking of contributing, you're probably going to want to contribute in a method that may give you some recognition on the stream, right? Just makes sense. You want to get recognized for your contributions. So, there are a few methods that you can use to do that. If you either cheer with bits, or you subscribe to the channel, or you tip me during today's live stream. Any of those things will get you extra recognition during the stream, because I'll give you a shout out if you do it. Okay? So thanks in advance to anyone considering doing that. As you can see at the top of your screens, we also have a stream stats leaderboard that tracks things such as top cheerer of the day, top tipper of the day, and total subs. So now that we have the sub goal in effect, I will begin to track that. Okay? But in addition, if you're top tipper or top cheerer of the day, it's really cool to get your name up there for extra recognition purposes, right? Also, there's another set of leaderboards. These leaderboards are actually ingrained in Twitch itself. They're built into the dashboard system. Those are for top cheerers of the week, as well as top sub contributors of the week, okay? So, an extra way to get recognized, all right? So, thank you to any way that you guys contribute. Thanks very much. And thanks for even considering contributing today. Hopefully you get nice recognition for what you do, all right? Now, very matter-of-factly, everyone, you might be asking yourselves, well, what's the best way to help Phil? Because he just mentioned a million ways. What the heck is the best way to do it, right? The best way to contribute is by tipping me. And the reason being is very simple and matter-of-fact, because I get those funds right away. Everything else that I mentioned, cheering, subbing, Patreon, Teespring, they're all very helpful, right? They're all very helpful. They're all great. However, there is like a downtime or a processing time before I see any positive benefit from those contribution methods. And sadly, you know, especially with the year-end stuff coming up, it helps more to get stuff right away than to wait. So I'm not looking to give horse in the mouth, and certainly if you want to contribute via one of the other methods, please, by all means, do. They all help. But if you have the choice to decide how you can contribute today, please tip me. The tipping is going to help me way more in the short term, okay? So a few things about tipping, since it is so important. First of all, if you look below the stream, there's a tips jar button that you can click on. That button will take you straight to my PayPal tips page, okay? And when you're on the PayPal tips page, there's a couple options. You have a couple things you can do, all right? The first is that you can pay you can tip either with a debit or credit card. You don't need a full-fledged PayPal account in order to tip me. This is a misconception. A lot of people think that, oh man, if I'm going to tip someone, I need to have a full-on, PayPal account with a linked bank account and all that crap. That's actually not true at all, okay? That's just something that people think, but it's not true, because sometimes when you go to do it, it says you have to have a PayPal account. You may be confused and be like, well, why is it saying that if I don't need it? Well, that's because, sadly, PayPal doesn't load properly. I know that sounds really stupid, but it's true. PayPal doesn't always load properly at all. And so when you go to the page, it might not show the options, for example, to, use a Visa card or a MasterCard or American Express, etc. And what I found is that if you actually go to the PayPal website via a desktop viewing device, desktop computer, instead of a mobile device, chances are all the options will actually show up. So that's what I recommend. If you're looking to tip me and you don't want to go with a full-fledged, PayPal account, and you're looking to do it without having a registered account or whatever, you could do so, but you got to do it on like a desktop in order to get it loaded. Okay? Sound good? All right. Sorry for any misconceptions or confusion there. Now, in addition, if you are going to contribute today, all right, via any method, I strongly, strongly recommend that you try to protect your identity. You might be saying, well, what the hell do you mean by that? Sadly, there are some people on the internet that are pretty messed up. All right, I'm just going to be honest and upfront with all of you here. These people, essentially, they don't have lives, or the lives that they have are pretty miserable. And they don't have a lot of power in their lives. So to them, to be able to mess with people on the internet is like the biggest, most positive, fun thing they can do. And if they can get your personal information and dox you and make your life a living hell, they will. And you might say, well, why would they do that? Just because they can. There's no reason to it. It's not, it won't hurt me because they dox a person's information who contributed to me, They do it literally just because they can. They feel that there's some kind of value in doing it, when in reality it's just fucked up that they would hurt someone like that on the internet, okay? So that being said, if you are going to contribute today, I would strongly recommend you attempt to hide your true identity. Try not to reference anything of your real name or something of your real social media account that you may have personal information tied to. In particular, if you're going to tip me, you can either use an anonymous name, just say anonymous, or you can make up a completely unrelated name to who you really are, all right? I'm just saying, this is a great suggestion because I don't want people to get messed with on the internet simply for contributing to a streamer. You know, it's pretty messed up that people do it, but it just happens, okay? So, please protect yourselves, all right? I'm looking out in the best interest of my viewers. If you are going to contribute, it's so appreciated. I don't want people to end up having negative repercussions for it, okay? Fair enough? All right, guys. So, that's the gratuitous plugs. Now we move on to the rules. Let's talk a little bit about the rules when it comes to my streams, okay? So, ladies and gents, I have two sets of rules that I follow. One's very straightforward. It's the rules that are laid out by Twitch.tv. You know, this is a business as well as a website. I use the website to, you know, broadcast, and therefore I have to abide by all the rules and regulations that Twitch lays out, and I do. So please be understanding of that, and please, you know that I can't just say and do whatever I want on the stream. I have to abide by the rules laid out here by Twitch. Okay, that's number one. Number two, I have my own little set of rules that I follow when I stream, because I like to maintain a certain kind of vibe around my streams. Allow me to explain. When I stream, basically I want people to be able to come by and relax and have a good time and feel like this is a good place to kind of escape from the crap and the drama of the real world, right? When you come by a gameplay stream, you're here to kind of just unwind, right? You want to really feel like this is a chill place, a relaxing, welcome place. The last thing you need is to come on a gameplay stream and have a bunch of people arguing and being full of drama and nastiness. You know, what do you need that for? And I found that there's a couple rules of thumb that if we follow, that in general, we'll have a better time streaming here. Okay, so allow me to outline some of those rules. The first is, there are two topics that I found have become incredibly polarizing. When we talk about these topics, people tend to get angry with each other because if you don't agree with their point of view, they have a very hard time seeing from someone else's, and it just leads to a lot of arguments and nastiness in general. Those topics, of course, are politics and religion. All right, why are we going to bring up these topics on a gameplay stream? I don't know, but some people do sometimes, okay? You would think with the amount of stuff that's brought up in the real world in regards to Brexit and the Trump impeachment and all this shit, the last thing you'd want to do is come on a relaxing gameplay stream and talk about those things. But some people do. For some reason, they do. They want it to inundate every orifice of their life, I guess. I know that sounds disgusting, because it is, but they do it. So that being said, let's try to keep politics and religion off of the discussion table for the stream. Now, if we're playing a game where politics and religion actually end up being a part of the core plotline or gameplay of the game, that's a totally different story. There actually were a couple games this year where they ended up being very pertinent to what was going on in a game that I was playing. If that's the case, fine. I don't mind talking about it then. But the last thing I want is people to come in here and I'm like, oh, I want to see what Phil's playing today. Oh, look, we got two people completely arguing about, you know, fucking Brexit and Donald Trump, and who the hell cares about that on a gameplay stream? You're probably coming here to escape the nonsense, drama, and stresses of your life. Why do you want more, right? So that's why we don't allow that crap on the streams. Fair enough? All right. Now, the other rule that I follow here on my streams is pretty straightforward, but a lot of people don't get it. So allow me to outline it very briefly. There's a lot of people on the internet who don't like me for various reasons. Some of them claim they don't like me, and I think they're full of shit. I think what it is that there's a lot of people out there who have found a gravy train on YouTube. Oh my God, if I steal Phil's content, like I take video clips of him out of context, I illegally restream his content, and I make fun of him live, right? If I do all these things, I can get notoriety and views for myself. And if I do, I make out, right? Give me those clicks, give me those views, give me money, money, money. And I hate to say it, but it's true. Because YouTube is a very toxic place. They actually promote this kind of behavior, even though doing those things is actually illegal. It's completely illegal. It's not allowed for you to just take someone's content without their permission. It's not allowed for you to defame someone on the internet on a regular basis. It's not allowed, okay? They'll argue fair use and all this. It doesn't even matter. What they're doing is defamation, which by the definition is illegal, okay? But they do it because they're allowed to, because YouTube lets them. YouTube does not have any protections for individuals at all. They actually tell you outright, if you have a problem with this content, sue the content creator. Well, guess what? I'm not in the business of suing people on the internet. I'm a positive content creator who plays video games, all right? So I'm not going to be here talking about this crap all day long. I'm not going to be here wasting my time discussing the crap that these people are doing every day, because undoubtedly they will be doing it every day. They have no lives. This is how they get their popularity. They're riding my coattails, and if it weren't for me, they wouldn't even exist. They would be fucking nobodies on the internet, right? No one would even know who the hell they are if it weren't for me. So, that being said, we don't bring them up in the stream chat at all. I mentioned it usually briefly right now, very unspecifically on a pre-stream, and after this, it's not allowed to bring any of that up. It's against the rules. Please understand that, because sometimes there's people who genuinely come in here and they're like, Phil, did you know that someone's restreaming you? Oh, yeah. I'm well aware, and there's nothing I can do about it because I don't have money to sue someone, and YouTube doesn't give a fuck that people are breaking the law on their site on a daily basis. They just don't. So because of this, we just got to kind of put up with it. And when you bring it up on my streams, you're literally giving them exactly what they want. You're giving them attention. And that's what they want. They want people to mention it on my stream, so that way they'll get a shout out or they'll get mentioned, and now more people will check them out and they'll make more money. That's really what it is. So understand that even though you may be well-intentioned, bringing that stuff up on my stream actually is counterproductive and actually hurts more than helps. So please don't. All right? Please know better, and please don't bring that crap up. You know, I don't want to have to moderate anyone for bringing it up, but I will, you know, we will if we have to. Okay? Fair enough? I hope that was straightforward and honest enough for you guys. Okay. All right, everyone. So now it is time to move on. We're going to move on to the third and final segment of the pre-stream. All right? This is the segment that I actually like the most. This is the segment where I get to talk to you guys. We get to have some interaction and fun, because I give you shout-outs for the contributions that you have done overnight and during the stream so far. Okay? We have a little bit of fun discussion before I get to the gameplay. So, very nice. Let's talk a little bit here. First of all, overnight, there was a series of cheers by Golden Colts. I want to say thank you again to Golden Colts, who has been doing quite a lot of overnight cheering. The overnight support is very appreciated. It's really cool that people keep me in mind when I'm not even live broadcasting. They think of me and they come by the streams and contribute. So thank you very much, Golden Colts, for that. Okay. Also, Pack of Wild Chimps, who we have not seen on the stream in quite some time, also did a cheer overnight. He says, "What up? Long time no see. I lost my internet. I was borrowing internet off my neighbor, but they moved out. But now my new neighbor that moved in has Wi-Fi with no password, so I'm back online. Are you ready for Christmas?" Well, first of all, that's illegal. It is. I mean, I don't think anyone's ever going to go after you for it, but just so you know, that's illegal what you're doing. Just to feel I should tell you that up front. You can't steal people's internet like that, all right? Now, that being said, welcome back. Am I gearing up for the holidays? Absolutely. We got a lot of festive stuff going on the streams, if you haven't noticed, between the holiday decorations, the holiday-themed emotes, the holiday pop-ups that happen when people contribute, the upcoming Christmas special. That should be super fun. You know, we've got quite a lot of fun stuff going on that I'm excited for. So I hope you guys are excited, too, for all that. And thank you for the contribution, Pack of Wild Chimps. Continuing on. Also, before the stream started today, Uzi Gohard did a 140-bit cheer, and he says, "Rest in peace, Juice WRLD." I like that song where he says he feels so goddamn empty that made me have feels. So, I don't know who Juice WRLD was. Or I have no idea. But oddly enough, Twitter put this in my feed this morning. They're like, rapper Juice WRLD passes away at age 21. I'm like, well, that's really sad. But talk about something that's outside of my circles. I have no idea who this person is. Nor, you know, it's not anything that I would be educated about or feel like this is news that I need to know. Yet for some reason, Twitter thought to tell me today. I was like, gee, thanks. So, anyway, I guess rest in peace. I don't know. Again, kind of hard to say anything about someone you know absolutely nothing about. I know nothing about the guy as a person. I know nothing about the music. Nothing. So, knowing nothing, I can't really say anything. But it's sad when someone passes away that young. So, rest in peace. Okay. Two Bar King did a 100-bit cheer. And this actually was a cheer during the stream. So we can actually get him up there on the leaderboard as the first cheer of the day. Thank you, Two Bar King. It's a 100-bit cheer. Thank you. And Rob, what's going on, Rob? Rob is back. He's been here on and off during the week, but he's been feeling a little down. He's back today, which is really awesome. He tipped me $5. Thank you, Rob, for that. For getting the tipping started today. Let's get you up here. He says the following. Shit. No, he did not say shit. He says, looking for some hot stuff, baby, tomorrow evening. So tomorrow, when I return back to Pokemon, what's been happening is I allow the viewers to select certain Pokemon that will be in my party for the entirety of said stream. What is, they use their Penne points, which is the channel points that we accumulate here on the channel for watching, as a means to select certain Pokemon in that session. And it's been really fun. Like, I actually have really enjoyed it because what's happened is people have chosen Pokemon that are giving variety to the gameplay. You know, like there's some Pokemon, honestly, I probably never would have brought. I never would have brought the Stunky, which is the skunk Pokemon. I probably never would have even used it in the game. Well, now I did because someone requested that I do. And now the Stunky is like a high level and got all these great moves. And it actually ended up being an MVP in one of the gyms that I was at. I think it was the Fairy Gym, where all the Fairy type stuff was very low effect on him. And he was able to basically pull it out of his ass and win, because otherwise the fairies were destroying me. But I was able to win because I had the Stunky with me. See? So in reality, the fact that this playthrough has been interactive has actually helped tremendously and has added to variety and fun. And that's why I'm really liking this Pokemon playthrough. Now, when Rob says hot stuff, he's talking about the name of my Scorch Bunny, which is now in its third and final evolution. So it's really not even a bunny anymore. It's more of it looks like a football or soccer player. And it's been pretty neat, but last time I purposely left it out of my party because he was like way overpowered. He was so powerful compared to my other Pokemon that I kind of wanted to make it more fun and challenging, so I left him out of the party. So it sounds like Rob wants to see him back tomorrow. I guess we'll see what happens. In regards to, you know, people using their Penne points to choose who's in the party for tomorrow, okay? So good stuff. So thank you, Rob, for the first tip of the day, $5. And again, thank you, 2Bar King, for the cheer. That's really it for the contributions so far today. So what I'd like to do now is I'd like to go to that Twitch leaderboard where it's got the built-in leaderboards that gives credit to people who cheer for the week and also gives credit to those who gift subs. And what I'd like to do is give shout-outs, all right? So let's do that. Hold on a second here. Okay. So first of all, shout out to the top cheers of the week so far. By the way, today is Sunday, and I should say this. Being that it's Sunday, this is your last chance to get on this leaderboard, because after today, the leaderboard will reset overnight. Okay, so your absolute last chance, if you're interested in getting up on the cheering leaderboard, being one of the biggest cheers of the week, it will reset overnight, and that will be, you know, your absolute last opportunity. So just saying, throwing that out there. Okay. All right. So thank you to the top cheerers of this week. In 10th place, we've got Sambuca 2020. In 9th place, Captain Caveman. We have a tie for 7th place between Orcs or Dorks 7 and Mr. Papavero. Thank you, guys. Then we've got in 6th place, Delancius. 5th place this week, PW Dubs. 4th place, Golden Colts. Thank you, Golden Colts, for all the overnight cheers in particular. 3rd place, Falconborn Plays. 2nd place, Accio Artorias. And sitting there in 1st place, firmly in 1st, 2Bar King. Thank you very much, 2Bar King, for all of the cheering and the support this week as well. Very nice of you. All right. Very good, right? Very good stuff. So, also what I'd like to do is give shout out to the top sub gifters of the week. The following people all gifted a single sub this week: Jack Spartacus, Pompous Productions, D-Train 12, Unfazed Shade, Frenolith, and Philly Buckeye. Very good. And also, Internet Famous McCroy gifted 3 subscriptions this week. So thank you very much to the internet famous McCroy. I appreciate that. Good stuff, right? All right. Let's see here. All right, well, someone whose name is Insensitive, yet they don't know how to spell insensitive. They spelled it completely incorrectly, which is hilarious. Tipped me $1 to criticize me and says, DSP dies from sugar sauce overdose. Appears on my Twitter feed. My response, where the hell is this in my Twitter feed? Who is this guy? Doesn't sound nice, does it? No, and that's why I didn't say that. I said, you know, rest in peace to the guy. I can't say anything about him because I don't know who he is. And I don't really think that stuff is appropriate in my Twitter feed because it's someone I never heard of. But it is what it is, right? It showed up and I said, okay, since someone's cheered about it, I said, rest in peace. I didn't say what you said. You're a fucking asshole. So, suck my ass. How about that? Suck a turd right out of my butt. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Yes, very nice. Continuing on. Continuing on. Abdullah the Butcher. Tip me $10 to become the top tipper and contributor of the day. Thank you, Abdullah. He says the following. When are you playing Call of Duty multiplayer again? I noticed you struggle with your aim. Try going to your settings and set the aim assist from standard to focused. I noticed to help my aim out. I'll be honest. Sometimes I have problems with my aim. Not always. For me, the problem is the hit detection. The problem is that the hit detection is god-awful in the game. If you watch my sessions, you'll see. Clearly, I aim and fire way before anyone else does. People won't even be facing me. Like, they'll be facing to the side. And it'll show them, not even with their gun up. And then all of a sudden, I'll fire. It'll show me hitting them 4 times. They won't die. Then I'll just be instantly dead. And like, now wait a minute. How the fuck is this fair, you know? Half the time, the enemies aren't even visible on my screen. They never even rendered. So there's no chance for me to even shoot the fucking enemy who's on the screen because they're camping somewhere and the game is not rendering them on my screen. The game isn't very good in my opinion. I'm just being honest. Like, I had hopes for it when I first played the beta, but the more and more I've played it, I've realized that they really didn't know what the fuck they were doing. I'm sad. It's very sad to say that, you know, but you know, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is, and there's not much that I can do to change that. Every time I play it, it's definitely a mixed bag. Sometimes I'll have fun. Sometimes I'll be in a match where the connections are good, and I'll do really well. In fact, last night, if you guys were watching, I actually had one match where the connections were insanely good. Like, everything was coming out well, and I beasted. I had, like, crazy kill streaks. I had the VTOL coming in and everything. And then other matches, it's like, I just can't get a kill at all. I'm shooting people a million times. They won't die, and then I die instantly every time. It's, like, completely inconsistent connections. So, Abdullah, I appreciate your suggestion. I'm not saying that what you're suggesting isn't going to improve things. Maybe it would. Who knows? But I don't think my problem is aiming. My problem is that the game is fucking laggy. The game is stupidly laggy. The servers are not good. The hit detection is not good, you know? It's incredibly frustrating when you're playing a game and you know that if things were actually registering the way that they were supposed to, you'd probably be having a good time and doing well. But instead, it's just a bunch of bullshit. You know, it needs to be said that if you take a look at the way most people play Modern Warfare, they play it in a very campy way. Let's find a way where I could just sit here and kind of peek over an edge or peek through a window and shoot down. You want to know why they do that? Because the hit detection's bad. So if the hit detection's bad, they know if they go into a head-up firefight, it doesn't matter if they're the quickest reaction or not. They could still die because the game servers are bad and the hit detection's bad. So instead, they camp. Now they're not getting shot at, and they just get a sneaky kill, and there's a higher chance that they're going to get a kill, see? You know, and now maybe the game is outstanding on PC. Great. I'm not playing it on PC. I'm playing it on fucking PS4, and it's not a good experience for me. So, anyway, I do appreciate your suggestion, Abdullah the Butcher. When will I be playing Modern Warfare again? I don't know. It'll more than likely, the earliest I'll be playing it is a week from yesterday. Yesterday is when I played it last. So maybe next Saturday or next Sunday, you know, one of these nights during the weekend, I'll play it as a night stream if people want to see it. I mean, I'll be honest, I was very frustrated last night because they released 2 new maps, right? One of the maps I hate. It's called like Shooting Gallery or something. It's terrible. It's one of the worst maps I've ever played on. Everywhere you go, there's a sniping spot. So no matter where you are, there's a bunch of choke pointed sniping spots. It's not fun to play because all it is people sitting there camping, again, with the bad hit detection and just getting cheap kills. It's not skill. It's just being abusive of the map. It's stupid. It's not fun. The other map, Crash, is a throwback map that was originally in the original Modern Warfare in 2007. It was also in Modern Warfare Remastered. Okay? I had a lot of fun with that map playing it the one time that it fucking showed up. What it is they actually added stuff to it. Instead of just being the map as is from 2007, they added new doors and ways you could go through. So it makes the map a little bit more interesting and complex and open. And I was actually enjoying it. The one time I played on the map, I did well. And I was like, gee, will I ever play on the map again? No, it never made it back to the rotation. The other thing is, in this Modern Warfare, which a lot of people may not have even realized yet, you can't vote on maps. So, unlike other Call of Duty games, oh, you have, Crash is in the rotation. We really want to play Crash again. We'll vote down the other maps and eventually we'll play Crash. You can't even do that in Modern Warfare. It just picks random maps. You're fucked. Whatever's up next is up next. So if you don't care, if you want Crash, you could play for 5 hours straight and never play on the Crash map because you can't vote on maps. So, it's very frustrating. It really is. So, I don't know what else to say. There's many, many reasons to not like Modern Warfare. There's very few reasons to like Modern Warfare. I'm not saying I'll never play it again, but I'm not really having fun with it. Which sucks, because I bought it expecting I was going to be playing it over the course of the whole year, and I was going to play all the free DLCs and everything. But if I don't like it, you know what I mean? If I'm not enjoying myself, why keep playing it? So, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll give it another shot this weekend. Let's see how things go this week with all the schedule and all the games I'm playing. Maybe I'll cool down from this weekend and I'll crave playing some more FPS next weekend and we'll give it another shot. But if the majority of the time I'm playing, I'm just so frustrated because things are not registering and I can't kill anyone while everyone else insta-kills me, I don't see the point. You see what I mean? Okay. Yeah, real life dinos. I think you only saw like 4 maps last night. I know. It's not that I'm limiting myself. The game just doesn't pick variety in maps. It's fucking stupid. There's a ton of maps you can play and it never picks them. Alright. So, alright guys. So that's that. Thank you very much everyone for your contributions so far. Just a quick reminder. The best way to contribute today is to tip me. Please consider tipping me if you can. Alright. I'm going to take a short break here to use the restroom. I'll be back. And when I come back, it'll be time for Shenmue 3. It should be a good time. Some 4 hours of chill fun. We'll continue on with the investigation, per se. And we'll go from there. Alright, guys. Thank you. And I'll be back shortly. Alright.